It was a quiet Sunday afternoon, baby. The kind where the air feels soft and the house smells like peace. I just finished backing a batch of my buttermilk biscuits, golden and warm, the way my son always loved them. He and his wife had just moved into the new house, when I helped them buy with the savings I'd tucked away over the years. I was proud, real proud. I told everyone, that's my boy, my heart walking around in a man's body. So I wrapped those biscuits up, put on my best dress, and drove over humming one of them old church hymns. When I pulled up, I noticed new curtains, a shiny car, and a sign that said the Johnsons. My heart smiled, but something in me felt like I was visiting, not coming home. I knocked on the door, and his wife opened it just a crack. She looked at me like she wasn't expecting company. "Oh, hi, Mama Della," she said, glancing behind her. "We didn't know you were common." I smiled, lifting that basket. "Just came to drop off a little something, baby, fresh biscuits." She stepped aside, slow, and there he was, my son, my only child, the boy I once rocked to sleep. But the way he looked at me, Lord, it froze me. No smile, no warmth, just tired eyes and a tight jaw. He folded his arms and said, "Ma, you can't just show up like this. We got our own lives now." I blinked, thinking I misheard him. "Well, I just came to," but he cut me off, louder this time. "We don't want you here." I swear the world stopped moving. My heart dropped right into my shoes. Those 6 words, they split me wide open. The same mouth that used to call me Mama now spitting out words sharp enough to bleed me. I looked down at that basket in my hands, steam still rissin' off them biscuits, and for a moment I thought about crying. But no, not in front of him, not in that house I helped build. I steadied myself, lifted my chin, and said softly, "Son, I didn't come to stay. I just came to make sure my child was eaten right." He looked away, couldn't meet my eyes. His wife shifted uncomfortably, staring at the floor. I turned toward the door, took a slow breath, and before I stepped out, I said, "When you were little, I never let you go to bed hungry. I guess that's your wife's job now." And then I left. The wind was cold, but I walked to my car like a queen. I sat there for a long while, staring at the wheel, trying to understand how love could change like that. When I got home, I sat at my kitchen table, staring at the empty chair where he used to sit, laughing and eating my biscuits. The quiet was heavy, baby. I bowed my head and whispered, "Lord, don't let this pain turn my heart bitter." 3 months went by, not a call, not a visit, just silence. Then one night, rain beat in on the windows, I heard a knock. When I opened the door, there he was, my boy, soaked to the bone, eyes red and tired. "Ma," he said, voice shaken. "She left me, took everything. I didn't know where else to go." I looked at him for a long moment, that same boy who once ran to me crying with scraped knees, now crying for a whole different kind of hurt. I touched his cheek gently and said, "Baby, you always got a home, but sometimes you gotta lose a roof to remember who built it." He fell into my arms and cried like he was 5 years old again. And I held him, rocking him the same way I used to, whisper in prayers instead of lullabies. I won't lie to you, forgiveness don't come easy. But holding on to anger only burns your own hands. So I forgave him, not because he earned it, but because I needed peace. When love is rejected, don't close your heart. Just let distance teach the lesson that words could not.